Excellent Hearthstone hand, bad Magic hand. Need some resources here. Hey, Krigfur, with that 3-month Twitch Prime resubscription. Thanks a lot for re-upping, sending your Amazon fun money this way again this month. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you can support what I do here. Bogles. I have no idea. I have no experience with Bogles. I'm doing well, Alcohol. We've had a really sweet league with a Domain Zoo deck, and now we're playing some Jeskai taking turns. This Randy memestrosity. Why Friendly Modern League? Because I have no experience with this deck, and generally speaking, playing combo decks for the first time, you usually want lower stakes because there's gonna be a reasonable amount of pilot error on my part. So if I punt my way into losing the first 3 games, a friendly league, or the first 3 matches, a friendly league lets me play the 4th match and still play for prizes. Whereas a competitive league, we're dead and done playing after 3. I'm just bidding this, right? That's pretty good, right? Do I want to exhaustion them? Or do I want to just plan to dictate this turn? I feel like I want to hope they can't kill me, right? Like, they couldn't make this bigger last turn, so they probably can't make it bigger this turn. And if I get Dictate into play before I start taking time walks, I'm in a much better position to actually win the game, right? So I think playing Exhaustion this turn is a play to not lose line, whereas waiting to Dictate is a play to win line. So there is a chance we lose the game by passing the turn here. Like, they could rip Daybreak plus 1 mana card, or they could rip a Ethereal Armor or 2, but I think it's worth passing the turn to try and get the Dictate going. They hit. Do they have a 1 mana one? They have another one? Please, Brick. Please have nothing. Rats. We're dead. Yep. And this was a risk we took by not casting the Exhaustion here. It was a risk I took by not casting the, I think it's correct to not cast the Exhaustion for reference, but you know, we definitely risked dying. Needed to be on the play there. Hibernation is very, very good here. Blessed Alliance is fine. Felidar Guardian and Saheeli Rai are fine. I think I want the combo in my deck. This is not a Path to Exile matchup. This is not a Remand matchup. I don't know if this is a Search for Azcanta matchup. How do we feel about this? I feel like silence isn't good enough. I'm open to being wrong on that. Discuss. It is definitely Operation Linear, then. You're not wrong. You are not wrong, Burgle. What else am I doing on turn 2? That's fair. Oh, Gigadrowse is bad, right? Gigadrowse doesn't really do anything. Gigadrowse should not be in my deck. I feel like I can't mulligan a hand with Hibernation in it. Tell her ass cancer is very serious, and we have to search for it. Yeah, Gigadrowse will be worse than silence, I agree. I definitely wasn't paying attention to what was at the bottom of my curve, which is why we're playing a friendly league, because I'm not 100% familiar with all of the magic cards in our deck and what's where. Man, how good will it be if we get to ambush Viper this thing and block it inside of combat? I definitely should not have Gigadrowse in my deck. So there's 4 Gigadrowse in my deck right now. They should probably be Silence, Search, and then a Remand or maybe a Timely. Oh, no first strike, no Umbra. No first strike, no Umbra. If they don't have first strike or an Umbra, Snap. Oh, they have another one. Please just be another Rancor. Please just be another Rancor. Please just be another Rancor. Rats. Rats. Yeah, Hibernation is good technology. As far as technology is concerned, Hibernation is towards the top of the list. Put my Laboratory Maniac into play. I guess they could theoretically kill me here and I should have left Hibernation up. I guess they can theoretically kill me and I should have left Hibernation up. We blew all our good fortune with Blood Braids into Tribal Flames. Ain't that the truth? Ain't that the truth? We lit them up. They were on fire. While my Bogles opponent takes forever to play Magic, I'm gonna run upstairs and get something to drink real quick. I'll be right back. Am I dead? Nope, not even a little. Man, it's a miracle. We did, in fact, find a piece of candy. This one. Cast this one. Am I supposed to cast a Time Walk here? Am I supposed to just go exploring? I'm probably supposed to go exploring, right? Okay, it's a Howling Mine. I think I want all of these, right? Just top. I think so. So, if they don't attack for lethal here, I'm actually not gonna Hibernation. I'm just gonna take this hit and go to 2, And then I'll Hibernation at their end steps. That way I get basically an extra time walk out of it because they're not going to start the turn with Bogles in play. I think we're in a great spot. And pass the turn to them. Attack. You get to Dictate, and then I know there's a Time Walk on top of my deck, so there's a good chance we go off this turn with two of these. Hey, Kohino with that Twitch Prime support. Thanks for re-upping. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. The real plan B, the Lab Maniac beats, right? Yield to these so we don't time out. Sweet. Yep, we just want to hit some land drops here, which we did. Time warp. Should at least pay for the motel. I have no idea about. So this is actually I do have an opinion about it in the meta. I think people that talk about the modern metagame don't really understand what modern is as a format. Outside of like 30-player local tournaments, modern doesn't really have a metagame. Like going to a tournament like an SCG Open or just a large event in general, you can't really predict what you're going to play against for most of the rounds of those tournaments. Like, there's just so many competitively viable decks in this format that the little kid yogurt, the yogurts are good, yep. Shouldn't I be attacking? Nah, I'm just gonna draw my deck. Why would I attack? I'm just gonna draw my deck. It's attack. I get to take, and I can't take the turns, chat. Why would I want to attack? Come on. The options are draw my entire deck or don't draw my entire deck. And you want me to not draw my entire deck? I'm gonna gain health so I can fetch some lands out here. Alright, so I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna do this. I guess we're gonna kill them with this part the Waterveil, actually, right? Why is there a Lab Maniac in this deck? I guess there's situations you can get in where attacking won't be lethal. Yeah, I should have been attacking. Whatever. Get him. Alright, they've had enough. They've had enough. The Bogles have gone to sleep. Alright, these Gigadrowses should not be in my deck. They should be copies of Silence and Search and a Remand. Nah, I'm going to put a Timely Reinforcement in, actually. Lab Maniac beats his Staring Bridge. Jeff was AFK for my why is there a Lab Man? Sent out to Infinite Life and Staring Bridge. Okay. But that means I can board it out here, right? That means it's probably worse than like a Timely Reinforcements. Yeah, starting in the sideboard seems reasonable. I'm not sure that I need it in the main deck. We definitely don't need it in this matchup, right? Especially with Felidar Cat in our deck. This hand seems fine, right? Why is there no Psychic Ascension? Asking the real questions. What's going on, Marty? Board in path so you don't die to Teague. That's a real suggestion right there. We are actually cold to Teague, right? I guess we can kill them with the Saheeli Cat combo. I love Savage Burgle. He's my favorite. Oh, I probably shouldn't have played that. Because it means it's going to be harder to gain life with timely reinforcements. Oh, we have a Hibernation. We do have a Hibernation. That's true. That's true. We do have a Hibernation. Good call. Good call. Right, enjoy your cards, friendo. Spirit Dancer, yep. It's pretty scary. Confer. Dictate's not terrible. It's not great, but it's not terrible. Just gonna pass the turn for now. Alright, Deja, you know the rules. Take a timeout. Your name is not new here. Radiant Fountain seems bad because use your words like the adult that I hope that you are. I think we're dead, chat. Think we're dead. Maybe this turn even. Yep. Yep. Yeah, if this, could you imagine if this had been Path to Exile? Alright, mistakes were made. Yeah, there definitely should have been paths in my deck and not this card. We'd have won that game there, most likely, if that had been a Path to Exile. I guess they were drawing extra cards, like they could have had a Bogle to load up on too, but they would have drawn less cards, right? That seems fine. I think it's one colorless land. It's two. We have 3 colorless lands in whatever. We have 4 non-blue lands, so we have 18 blue sources. 18 blue sources is plenty. People regularly play Cryptic Command decks with 3 and 4 Cryptic Command with less than 18 blue sources. Tilt. Can we ever beat Burn? Oh, not Burn. Dredge? Path to Exile basic plane. Some kind of Blood Moon deck, maybe? I think I'm just fetching basic islands here because I think they could be a Blood Moon deck. What a tilty miracle. What a tilty miracle. Your turn early, Temporal Mastery. Let those Radiant Fountains shine, right? Everybody's talking smack about my Radiant Fountains. Dang. Oh, they're a Pyromancer deck. Okay. I think I'm just passing. I'm gonna end step Dictate, probably. Sure. For some lands. Alright, got one. I don't think I'm quite looking to exhaust yet. Probably be on the exhaustion plan for next turn. Put my triggers on the stack on their turn too. Yep, so they're just playing like an aggressive deck for like red white prowess, red white pyromancer. Maybe I'm just supposed to remand that to get the card draw in. Probably. Yeah, I probably should have just like snap remanded anything they played there. Yeah, we're just not gonna get to cast this remand now. Mistake on my part. Mistake on my part. No, I would like to draw an island. Let's cast this. Target you. Just going bottom here. Like, I have a land for next turn already. I'm just like looking for more time walks at this point so we can start going off. This is like a pseudo time walk, right? I guess if they like, or they have Boros Charm, they have a Lightning Helix. So I'm going to 4. So I am gonna die. Maybe I should have left up Remand here. I'm dead to land Bolt, right? Yeah. I should have left up Remand to remand that Helix so that way I wouldn't die. Yeah, we're dead to Mountain Bolt here. Or Battlefield Forge Bolt, as it would be. Put Polluted Delta in your graveyard. Yes, just want to get to the search for Azcanta sooner. Alright, well. Waterveil here. Have to discard. Probably been Remand at this point. Groceries delivered to your door really is the fantastic future. Watch us like just be really close to finally winning the game and they just like bolt us in response. Discard that. Nope. Yes, I would like to transform you. I would love an extra land. Triggers. So I play this. Casting Time Warp. We're basically home free at this point. Let's do the Time Warp again. Elixir of Immortality. I don't actually really need to do that, right? Oh, I actually don't have... Do I not have a Time Walk? Dicks, I don't have a Time Walk, do I? Huh. That's weird. Alright, well I guess I kinda have a Time Walk, right? I like Gigadrowse their Battlefield Forge here, and then cast this Exhaustion targeting them and then pass the turn. Yeah, I could use Azcanta, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I'm just gonna pass the turn here with Cryptic Command plus Remand up. I think we're pretty much a lock still with that. Hey, Butterfly21 with the Twitch Prime support. Thank you very much and welcome. I do appreciate that. As always, subscriptions are the best way you could support what I do here. Oh yeah, maybe I'm supposed to put Elixir down. Maybe I should have just like gained 5 there. Very possible. Oh, I'm gonna put this Dictate into play at end step. Yeah, we can remand a bolt. Hey, ew. Yeah, I guess I'm activating this, right? Wow. Wow. That's kind of unfortunate, huh? It's kind of unfortunate, huh? Well, I guess I'm taking this Cryptic Command. Remember when I said we were basically a lock, and then we bricked and died? Pepperidge Farm remembers. I think I just play this Elixir. Yeah, I'm gonna play this Elixir, and then I'm gonna crack it, cash it in. Thanks, Butterfly. I appreciate that. We bricked We bricked on a lot of cards there, that's for sure. I was definitely expecting to have this game locked up at this point. So we need them to not have 9 points of burn, which actually seems kind of unlikely, given how many cards we've let them draw. Feel like we're just gonna die when we Cryptic tap draw here. You have a Faithless Looting too. Am I supposed to counter tap their team? Yeah, I'm gonna counter tap their team because maybe they don't have it yet. Because, like, they're not going to play burn spells till post-combat anyways if they're good. So, I think this just, like, cuts them off of the chance to draw potential burn spells to kill us. So, kill me, I guess. This does allow them to go Swift Spear, burn spell. So, if they have a Swift Spear and 2 burn spells, it gives them an extra out that way. But I think it's correct to counter that. You can see that going either way. Yep, it's going to be Swift Spear, burn spell. I'm going to look kind of silly for my timing there, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of dangerous to let them draw 2 more cards. But you could maybe argue that they just like have so many cards that it doesn't matter. This was a bad deck to play at the end of the stream. I'm definitely a little bit hazy on the counting. What? What? Yes. I accept. I accept. Alright, so Gigadrowse seems pretty bad here. Remand seems pretty bad here. Leyline and Timely seem fine. Labman seems bad. The Healy Cat combo seems okay. Maybe this Alliance seems okay. What else do I want to cut? Search for Azcanta seems slow. I don't know. They conceded. So maybe they didn't have it. Maybe they were upset with themselves for having discarded their burn spells earlier. I'm going to mulligan this hand. I think this hand's close, but the fact that I have Leylines in my deck makes mulliganing close hands more appealing. A Hearthstone hand, so we have to mulligan. And this is a keep. We're not excited about it. I'm going to put that on top of my deck because I would like to draw and fetch a basic. There's a non-zero chance my opponent has Blood Moon in their deck, so fetching basic sounds appealing. I also just like don't want to shock myself on one. I don't know, the cat combo kind of has appeal because it's just like an oops getcha. Also, like, the Felidar Guardian as a 1/4 just like lines up well against what our opponent has going on. So, I think from the aspect of a 1/4 is good against my opponent's deck, it's worth boarding in the Saheelis as well for a pretty low cost. Smuggler's Copter, alright. Alright, got some illegal goods on the other side of the table. Elixir. This card's been such a fucking troll. I think I'm in the market for a game 5. Copter does trigger prowess, ain't that the truth? Get their loot on. They do have Bedlam Reveler. Okay, interesting. Just spinning Bedlam Reveler seems good when they're in the position of no instants or sorceries in their bin. Maybe I'm just supposed to have cracked this right away because they could have like Skullcrack in their deck. Or like a pseudo burn deck, right? Just gonna crack this now. I should have just done this on my turn. No, turn 1, turn 2 kill decks and Legacy are great. We play those constantly. They are wonderful. Belcher, Spanish Inquisition, Oops All spells. Those are all fantastic memes that we that we play fairly often here on this channel. Abbot of Carol Keep. Yup. Here, just like all of the mono red card advantage. You get that prowess trigger. I think we're pretty dead, chat. It's feeling like we're pretty dead. Alright, let's try again here. Yep. That's what we've got. Yeah, opponent's deck seems sweet. Definitely seems sweet. Keep. Keep. So, decks like what my opponent's playing, I think is like one of the biggest reasons or cases you could make for like sharing all of the Magic Online data. Like, my opponent's deck is really sweet, and I would kind of like to like see what they're doing and like what cards they're playing to maybe build and iterate on it, but like I'm never going to see my opponent's deck list because it won't be published, because we're not playing a competitive league and they may or may not 5-0 even if we were. It's a mold to 6, thank you. It's a mold to 6. Have you seen the Oops deck with Summoning Trap? I've not. That actually sounds really good. Does it? I guess they just don't counter your creature. Summoning Trap requires them to counter a creature, right? Maybe that doesn't sound good. If you go to youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland, you can find Oops All Spells on there. There are a bunch of videos with it. We stream with that deck a lot. It's a hoot. No, they asked me if I wanted to write spoiler articles, but I'm kind of just like the Grinch who hated spoiler season. I'm really not a fan of spoilers. I hate that, and Magic does it too. I hate that they like give us the spoilers bits and pieces one at a time. You can't really make accurate predictions about like what a TCG format's going to look like without the entire picture. Even with the entire picture, it's hard to make accurate predictions without actually playing matches. So like spoiler season is just like this, like people just like vigorously masturbating over looking at cards that they're just like don't really know what's good, bad, or otherwise. All right, cast Explorer. My turn. Excellent. This is probably just going to be a Cryptic tap draw, right? That sounds like a lot of interaction inside of your Oops All Spells deck. And when you add that many cards that are aiming to be interactive inside of the Oops All Spells deck, you're now no longer comboing consistently. Remember, every card you add to a deck like Oops All Spells that doesn't progress your primary game plan hinders your primary game plan. Like, you're like adding all these cards to your deck and then still hoping to have enough resources to actually kill your opponent at the end of it. It's a good one to get. Hopefully we draw like a Howling Mine here. So the way you actually combo with a deck like this is you want to build up to a point where you're taking extra turns, but you're also drawing extra cards while you're taking extra turns. Elixir of Immortality and Mikokoro. I'm going to bottom these because neither of these are cards that allow us to draw extra cards, which again, at this point, that's what we're looking for. We have cards that let us take a couple extra turns. I'd like to start drawing extra cards while we do it, ideally. There's a Dictate. There's a Timely Reinforcement. That's pretty good. I'm gonna go bottom and then top here. And yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and Time Walk. Yeah, it's really expensive, Tom. I'm looking for something that can let us draw extra cards with like regular Time Warp effects, basically. I think I'm actually gonna Timely here. And then we'll Dictate. Timely's like basically a Time Walk, right? Like it gains us 6 and then it's gonna trade with a bunch of their board here. Probably gonna trade with like Grim Lava Man plus some elementals. They likely have some bolts in their hand though, right? Or wear tearing their way through our ley lines. Okay. Deal. It's kind of scary, I suppose. I'm actually really glad they used that to destroy that Leyline, because now they hopefully don't have it to kill this Dictate of Kruphix. So that actually works out pretty well for us. Doesn't Oops normally play 2 therapy in the main? Some amount of them, you're right, yep. Yeah, I want to play Dictate, because just taking extra turns doesn't do anything. Just taking extra turns is basically spinning our tires if we're not drawing extra cards while we're taking those turns. We need to be advancing what we want to do. The old post-combat haste creature. So hopefully they don't have another wear chair here. Sweet. Stoke the Flames is just kind of slow and clunky, and it's kind of a bad top deck on its own, Dimir Spy. To answer your question, I don't think so, but this lets artifacts untap. That's annoying. It's creatures and lands. What a tilt. It's kind of a creature. There are so many decks that would be sweet with Dig Through Time in Modern. We could easily brick off and die here. We only have 2 draws going. Alright, I've been standing for 2.5 hours, so I'm gonna sit down on my crappy chair. Time walks. That's basically a time walk. That's actually a time walk. Alright, it's a little bit too low. Hope everyone enjoyed the ride. A little bit higher. Need to figure out. I'm gonna reset this other one here. Sorry. Setting my disk up for. Perfect. All right, and then I can cast this Exhaustion as well here, so when they do eventually get a turn, if they get one, their things won't untap with my extra mana here. So we have 8 lands total, so we're actually close to having the other spell be awakened, right? All right, we did brick off, but we do get to do this. Their creatures and lands won't untap here. Yep. And this is smart on their part because generating a token gives them something to crew the Smuggler's Copter with, because the Smuggler's Copter is going to untap here because it is an artifact, it's not a creature or a land. Yeah, maybe Tom. Maybe not taking the Mikokoro was wrong. I was kind of tight on mana when I rejected it, but I think you're right. Maybe I should have picked it up. We're down to 35 cards in our deck. A perfect draw next turn would consist of another Dictate or a Howling Mine along with another Time Walk. That being said, we are at 18 here, and we have some blockers, so we're probably 2 turns off of being dead, hopefully. I mean, all right. I've not seen any of the band configurations. There's like infinite different ways that people build this tier 4 deck. The Waterveil is everything I want out of life. Yeah, maybe. We'll see. I still think we're in kind of in an okay spot, right? Like, we're at 17 here. I don't think we're in danger of dying this turn, knock on wood. And then like we get to awaken. I've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, so I can awaken and start attacking with a 6/6 next turn. Nah, Hex's standard format isn't in a good spot right now, and they don't really support their immortal format, so I just haven't been playing. Yes. Dear opponent, please don't kill me. No respect for Saheeli. Okay, well, we could cat combo them. No, they cannot bolt my Planeswalker, because they have to be able to target me in order to bolt my Planeswalker under the current Magic rules. Do I bottom this? I think I have to bottom this. I think I just have to aggressively look for cards that let me time walk. I think I just can't take cards that don't take extra turns at this point in my life. Or just like they're not Felidar Guardian, right? Like not Felidar Guardian, not an extra turn, don't want. Let's go to Klets. It's the classic Jeskai taking turns deck. What do you mean, what the hell is this? Like I found a cat. But the cat came back the very next day. Oh, the cat came back. They thought he was a goner, but the cat came back. You knew we couldn't stay away, away, away. Hey, hey, hey. They could have 2 bolts here if they have Path to Exile in their deck. Of course they do. Of course they do. We're gonna say no here. We're gonna say no because there's a time walk on top of my deck. No, I'm not gonna blink that because I know the card on top of my deck I want to keep. I'm gonna play this land. I'm gonna pass the turn. Hopefully we're not dead because of this Leyline. I get to block here or here. Take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, oh, we could be dead to this. We could be dead to the Smuggler's Copter. We could be dead, chat. We could be big Brickarinos and be done. Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't make the good play because I didn't see it. So if I would have blinked this, I could have copied my Radiant Fountain. And then I would have gained 2 health by copying my Radiant Fountain, which could... which may or may not matter here. If they have 2 bolts, it won't matter. Alright, yeah, I don't think it matters. It's just 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, so they have us exactly dead even with that. So we are in fact exactly dead. Bricked off and died. And this is what happens like every time I play this taking turns deck. Like we had Leyline to start that game, and like our draw wasn't that mediocre, and like our opponent's aggressive deck wasn't even that aggressive, right? Like it was kind of mediocre. And we just like weren't fast enough at doing what we do. This deck always feels like it's not interactive enough and it's not fast enough on its linear game plan. It just like comes up short in like both directions, right? Like you either need to be faster than this deck is, or you need to be more linear, or you need to be more interactive than this deck is. I don't actually know what the appropriate number of time walks is, Brecken Sky. I'm not familiar with what other iterations of these decks play. This is a donation deck, so we're just like playing the cards they sent in. Rally the Peasants does sound funny in their deck. I mean, lots of things could have helped with the draws, like having another Howling Mine or Dictate effect would have helped with the draws there too. Like, there's lots of things that can help set up, but like, again, that's one of the dangers is like, you need some of these cards to help you stay alive, and you have to hit the right mix of things, and you have to hit them in the right speed and the right order. This hand's just not good enough. Like, Temporal Mastery in the opening is pretty medium. Right? I think I'm gonna keep a path just in case they're a faster deck. Yeah, I think Hibernation's fine. So, like, old school technology, basically. Put this one into play tapped because it's not coming into play untapped anytime soon, I don't think. We have to run off like 2 islands for it to come into play untapped later. Okay, maybe a control deck of some sort. That's probably a good matchup for us. I think I'm just gonna jam this Howling Mine into play. I played 3 straight leagues with Bogles and I loathe this deck. What's your record in those leagues, Be Rich? That's the important question, right? Don't K-command my... Don't K-command me. Don't do it. Have a heart. God bless. Alright, sweet. Gross. It's so inconsistent, it makes... but it won a Grand Prix. I don't understand. I don't understand. It won a Grand Prix. On the MTGO championships. Looking for some lands, looking for some lands. Heidi ho the Cheerio, looking for some lands. Gigadrowse their thing and let them take my path. I guess they could take my Snapcaster. Yeah, this was loose. They're probably gonna take my Snapcaster. No, it won the MTGO championships, did not win a Pro Tour. Unless I missed it. Unless there was a Pro Tour that I missed recently. There's a lot of decks in Modern that are very consistent, Max. They're not Brainstorm Ponder consistent, but they're reasonably consistent. Oh. This is smart on the opponent's part, just like playing the Snapcaster Mage out to get a faster clock going. The Modern Super League didn't happen tonight because someone had an ISP problem. And they can't draw cards like Howling Mine. Yeah, the Mox is a guaranteed $5,000 cash payout. I've played in the Mox monthly events a couple of times, but I've never done well enough to qualify for the quarterly. And I don't play in enough of them to try and qualify consistently. A lot of the Mox events are standard, and I just haven't been playing standard recently. Feel like this here was my Gigadrowse was a mistake here because like this could potentially be my combo turn next turn, so like I should have saved my Gigadrowse to like Gigadrowse their blue sources here and then untap, and that's a mistake that could definitely cost us this game. So like if I had a Gigadrowse here, we'd be in a very reasonable spot. But instead I just like diddled it for no reason. Ooh, maybe they'll tap out. Please play a Jace, please play a Jace, please play a Jace. Wait, what? Why is there Slag Storm in their deck? Why is there Slag Storm in their deck? Alright, well, at any rate, they tapped out, so hopefully we can start going off here. Next open I'm going into the Modern Open in Cincinnati. Man, my legs are tired, but sitting down is killing my back, so We are going to wait. Did I? Oh man, did I mess that up? I totally messed it up. I overwrote the wrong setting on my stupid desk settings. This is why I shouldn't do things. Did I really miss a land drop here? Man, that sucks. I missed a land drop. All right. Well. All right. Hope no one got nauseous from that little bounce up and down there. Sorry about that. Cryptic, pick your land up and put it back down. Huh. I cast this Dictate. You ready to get Cruel Ultimatum? Ain't that the real question? Dead in 2 if they have 2 more Slag Storms, right? So this turn, we're going to get... Ooh, candy. We're going to Gigadrowse all their blue sources at their end of turn, or just most of their lands, really. Yep. Oh, God. Yep. Let's do that now, shall we? Oh, jeez. Yeah, I definitely messed that last turn up, Dan. I don't know. If I would have had a Maze of Ith in my deck to go fetch, I just like wouldn't have been in a position to have a tight spot like that anyways. So the problem here now is that I'm gonna die to another bolt or slag storm. I think I have to tap at least one Snapcaster Mage here and then some of their blue sources to keep them off of Cryptic Command. So I'm gonna tap Snapcaster Mage plus Tar Pit plus Watery Grave, I guess. That leaves us dead to Counterspell plus Burn Spell, but like we're dead to a Counterspell either way here, basically. So if they counter this and then have a Lightning Bolt, we're dead. Matthew, my ever supportive work wife. I want you to die at a slag swipe. Thanks, Betty. I appreciate you. Yeah, maybe some. That's probably right. I don't know. I think we're pretty dead regardless of how I slice it. I think we're gonna get bolt snap bolted here and just die. Am I dead? Wooded Foothills. Okay, I think the opponent's deck just has some budget considerations. That's why there's Slag Storms and things of that. Are we gonna get double Slag Stormed? What if I get double Slag Stormed out of this game? I feel like we're about to get double Slag Stormed, chat. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just. I feel like our opponents... Oh, are we not dead yet? I'm not dead yet. Not dead yet. All right. Counter me, baby. Counter me, baby. I have 6 cards. What are the odds none of them are counter spells? None of them were burn spells. We've been mana leaked. Alright, I'm gonna call it a night. I can't take... I think we're gonna add taking turns to the list of decks we don't play on this stream. We've tried this deck a few times, and every time we play it, regardless of like what the details are surrounding it, because like the core of these decks is very similar, right? Like there's so many Howling Mine effects, and there's so many Time Walk effects, and there's some Cryptic Commands and some Remands, and there's some random Path to Exiles mixed in and cards to keep you alive. And we mentioned this earlier in the league, but I like to do a wrap up at the end. These decks just consistently feel to me like their linear game plan is too slow, and their interactive game plan is not efficient or fast enough. So at the smallest upside, we probably made that Grixis Players Nights a whole lot better because it said they were 0-3 in their league. So we gave them their first W, so hopefully they win their last one and get most of their play points back there. I'm going to go ahead and call it a night, folks. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I'm going to go hit publish on the Domain Zoo video from earlier tonight and then get this one uploading as well. And I'll be live again tomorrow afternoon, starting about 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to play a bunch of Modern tomorrow afternoon. And then Thursday, if you are a Pauper fan, Thursday afternoon starting at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, we're going to have a Pauper Day, our first Pauper Day in a while. So we've got a few different Pauper decks that look sweet. So hopefully I'll catch all y'all around tomorrow. And thanks everyone for watching. As always, big shout out to my subs and everyone who resubbed tonight, because y'all are the reason I'm able to do what I do as often as I do it. So have a good evening, folks.